Saturday morning, I'm gonna start a new book, which is Pet Cemetery by Stephen King. A great way to start this spooky October. Yes. Hi everyone, so it's freaking Monday already, October 5th, and yes, what a great way to start your October is by reading a horror book, and I'm currently reading Pet Cemetery by Stephen King. And yes, last Saturday I didn't read much because we went to the zoo. What a coincidence. And then if you haven't seen our mini travel vlog, I will put the link below so you can check that out. So Sunday I read a little but not much because I wanted to rest all day, and I only got to page 54, chapter 10 of this book, and I dived into this book without knowing anything. So for this book I wasn't expecting anything because I didn't know anything at all about Pet Cemetery, and no expectations, no disappointments. But I hope this book will scare the shit out of me because this is my first book this October and it's a horror book. So please don't disappoint me. And yeah, I'm really excited. So in the first 50 pages of this book, the family of Louis Grade moved to Ludlow where they would start their new life there because he secured a position at a university. House is pretty much big and gorgeous, and I think beside or behind their house there's a path going to the woods where the local kids buried their dead pets. This is a place which they called Pet Cemetery, and it's very famous to the local children there. They know all about it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing much happened in the first 50 pages, and yeah, I'm gonna continue reading tonight, so we shall see. So it's Friday night already, and I didn't read much this past few days because a lot of things happened and came up, so I only got to page 104 in this book, and nothing really creeped me out or scared the shit out of me. The first 100 pages are not that strong, to be honest. The only thing that I remember that scared me a little was when this young student got injured and died. This young student died when it was Louis' first day of his job at the university. So, and his last word was like, Louis, the Pet Cemetery is not real. So like Louis, our protagonist, got creeped out because he didn't know this student and he knew him. Like what? And then Louis had his nightmare that he was with this young student who died, and they went to the Pet Cemetery, and then when Louis woke up, his foot were dirty. Like he thought it was a dream, but it felt so real. His theory was he was sleepwalking, but yeah, that's the reason why his foot got dirt all over. Update for you guys, and today is Friday, so we're going out for a drink, and I hope I can read much tomorrow. I just hope. And yeah, see you again. So we have our coffee and fresh juice in the morning. Hi baby, good morning.
Good morning.
Say hi.
Bye.
Today we're gonna eat Korean food. So we have bibimbap, and then I think it's pork and kimchi, and then miso soup, and then his bibimbap. Let's eat. It's freaking Sunday afternoon and I'm going out for coffee with my friend, but I am on page 150 in this book and I hope I can update you tonight. I just hope. Sorry, it's a busy weekend. Hi everyone, so it's Monday afternoon already and I am on page 184. So the last time I updated you, I told you that the first 100 pages weren't that strong, which is, it's the truth. But getting to almost 200 pages, well, I think around 170, it started to get a little bit creepy. So don't worry, I'm not gonna spoil you anything, but I am at that point where, okay, so Louis, our protagonist, has, a 5-year-old daughter, and his daughter Ellie has a cat, alright? And they named it Winston Churchill, like, really. Anyway, Church for short. So something happened to Church which caused, to end its life. And I'm not gonna tell you anything further than that because I'm not gonna spoil you anything. And it's really getting scary because there's a burying ground, a Micmac burying ground. It's like the annexation of the pet cemetery where they bury their dead pets, right? So I don't know, I'm guessing that it's not just about pets. I think it will have something to do with humans as well. I'm not sure, it's just my theory. But yeah, I'm not really sure how would I feel about this because they are discussing about death as a mystery. And oh my god, I just couldn't fathom my feelings right now because I'm so excited to read more. And like I said, I'm on page 184 and it's starting to get a little bit creepy. So this book has 465 pages and I'm gonna update you again soon. Hey guys, it's Tuesday night and I am currently on page 224 and tonight I'm gonna meet some friends, so I hope I can read a little once I get home. So see you again. Peace.
Hi guys, we are here today and I don't know where.
and I'm here but you can
Hindi
see
kitang itim ko rin.
Oh my god, you are so dark! Oh my god!
Oh my god, you can see me, but it's
No, yeah.
So,
Cheers!
and you can see our drinks.
Hi guys, so I just finished part 1 and I am now on part 2 of this book, page 253. Hi guys, so I'm on chapter 40, page 309, and Stephen King is playing with my emotions again. Can you imagine that? And yeah, jokes on me. It's Thursday night and I just finally finished Pet Cemetery by Stephen King, and at first when I was reading it I thought it is going to be a very light horror, but the night that I finished it I was completely wrong. It's scary as fuck. I mean, like, wow, I think it's gonna be my top favorite Stephen King book because my emotions were like all scattered and it was an emotional roller coaster once again, like when I was reading The Outsider by Stephen King. So reading the first 100 pages of this book, I told you it wasn't that strong, which is, the truth, and it was very slow paced. And the ending of the first part of this book was like Stephen King spoiled the story itself with the big news, like a big bad news. And then the second part, the part 2, started off so strong with the bad news that was going to be so emotional. And oh my god, something happened in the first part of the story which is kind of sad, but the part 2 was even more emotional and dramatic. He said Pet Cemetery would not be all about pets. It would do something about humans too, but I don't want to be specific about it. I don't want to spoil anything. So the story of this book only focuses on this family, the Creed family. Lewis is the husband, and Rachel the wife, Ellie the 5-year-old daughter, and the youngest, the smallest, is Gage. Their son revolves around this family. Like Rachel had a very sad past where her sister died, and also Louis had issues with his father-in-law. So there's all this drama going on, and of course there's a supernatural happening in the Pet Cemetery and beyond Pet Cemetery, which is the Micmac burying ground. It's gonna be it. I'm not gonna tell you any more details about the story. I'm just gonna tell you about my thoughts. Let's start with the writing style. Well, this book has 3 parts: part 1, part 2, and part 3, right? And the part 1 started slow paced, and then the part 2 started that strong, and from on page 300 it started to went off. It just, oh my god, the suspense was there. I was turning the pages and I couldn't put this book down. I remember reading again The Outsider, because in The Outsider the 11-year-old boy was killed, but it just doesn't stop there. The supernatural happened in that story, and this monster or creature didn't stop there. Its job not only killing this 11-year-old boy, but also his family, which is there's a parallel between that book, The Outsider, and the Pet Cemetery. Not only the creature in The Outsider feeding itself with the sadness and grief and all the negative emotions from its victims, it just completed its job, like at first killing the 11-year-old boy, killing the mother, and next their son, and the father died also. So it finished its job. Kind of the same in Pet Cemetery, where it just doesn't stop there. It would have a length after a length, and it's like a pattern. So wow, god, Stephen King. And what I like about Stephen King's writing style is the metaphor that he's using, and it's not like reading his book like skimming through pages. No, because sometimes you have to read between the lines, and it just it's so thought-provoking. Wow. And as I mentioned throughout my reading vlog about this book, that there's a part where I think 300 something page, there's a part where Stephen King did play my emotions, because I was reading all these events where I thought that it was so dramatic, because the conversation between his father-in-law and Louis were like so emotional, and I got carried away, and then it turned out like it was just all an imagination. And fights, the sad thing happened, and Jude's story, all these happenings in that particular series of events were like all imagination. But Louis woke up and it was all his dreams. I wish it was all his imaginations, and just from my high hopes to again being back to reality, that they are mourning and the grief, the death itself are their reality. Oh my god, I couldn't just, be more specific because I want you to dive in this book without knowing anything, and just, it's just my thoughts. And it was a really good writing style by Stephen King, and I am saluting him once again for producing this type of horror book, because it's just, it has all the elements, the grief, the death itself, all the emotions are there, the sadness, the realism, and again with supernatural, the ultimate power of Pet Sematary and beyond the Pet Sematary. Oh my god, it's just too much details in this book. I came to a point that this book was really undescribable. It's all the emotions are there. I mean, oh my god, I felt it. I was like being part of it. Like, I felt so sad, and the ending broke my heart. It broke my heart completely. It was scary and sad, and I feel some loss. It's just undescribable. Last thing that I love when it comes to Stephen King's writing style is he did a very creative way of writing. Like, this book was narrated from a third person perspective, and you will see here that the narrator is talking to its characters. And then there's also a very creative writing style that he's writing the thoughts of his characters, which are talking to the characters herself. So wow, it's really good if you notice it. But I don't know, it's just very creative, and it's very difficult also to have that, different writing styles using the third person narrative, which is, I didn't know that you could do that. Like, okay. So this book will also teach you how to be more empathetic, I guess. It has the right amount of suspense in the last 100 plus pages, I think 160 plus pages. And this is the kind of horror book with humor that I am really addicted with. So that's what I love about Stephen King. His humor is just fits, even though he's talking about horror. Oh my god, it's just perfect. I think that's pretty much it, you guys, because I don't want to make this vlog that long, but I think it will be. And I know it's been a pretty busy week for me because I've met some of my friends that I haven't seen in a while, and yeah, it kind of fucked up my reading, and I didn't focus much. But as soon as I got the chance to read, I didn't stop, because this is also a book which you couldn't put down once you started getting into it. It's freaking obvious that this book is a 5-star read for me, and I think this vlog will be a bit messy because I have to do a lot of editing, and we'll see how it goes. But I hope you enjoy this reading vlog. It's actually my first horror novel that I read this month of October. But wait for more, because I will be reading other 2 Stephen King's books this month. So I'll see you again on my next vlog. Peace out.